Just after the turn of the 20th century, a telegram from the Carnegie Corporation wasn't just news, it was a herald of destiny for any American town. To receive a grant from the patron saint of libraries was to be validated, selected, and elevated, transforming any quiet municipality into a beacon of enlightenment almost overnight. It was a prestigious stamp of approval that meant leaving behind the makeshift reading rooms and embracing a new grand Beaux-Arts style temple of knowledge. With its signature stone staircase being a symbol of the user's ascent through learning, and a welcoming beacon lamp or two at the door, the award of a Carnegie Library was the ultimate civic prize, a promise that here the aspiring could climb as high as their achievements could take them. It was, in essence, the arrival of modern civilization, a much welcomed and crucial asset in many rural towns across America. Built upon the fortune of steel, but destined to forge minds. In the bustling southern Illinois coal town of Marion, the atmosphere was a mix of grit and ambition. In the fall of 1914, news spread rapidly, but not of a new mine shaft or railroad line being constructed, but that of an $18,000 grant for the city of Marion from the Carnegie Corporation. The telegram confirming that Andrew Carnegie had approved the funds for Marion's library reflected the culmination of years of persistent efforts led by local advocates, particularly the efforts revolving around the Marion Women's Club and local organizers like Professor J.W. Asbury and Marion resident and business leader Edwin Stotler. Following the announcement by the Carnegie Corporation, the excitement transformed into action. Mayor John Burnett and the City Council immediately stepped up, ensuring that the promises made to obtain the new library were met. With a bit of a rocky start in securing initial funds and selecting a location for the new building, by November of 1914, the Library Board had secured the residence of longtime Marion resident Cyril DeCline. Located at 206 South Market Street, the purchase of the Klein property paved the way for construction of the new library to begin. To make way for the town's new center of learning, the Klein residence was dismantled and relocated rather than simply demolished. Literally cut up and moved, large sections of the former Klein home were transported nearby to a lot in the 100 block of South Mechanic Street, where the home was reassembled and repurposed. The former Klein home stood just south of the Marion Post Office until 1984, when the home was finally demolished to make room for an expansion to the post office facility. Designed by architect Clifford Schoppel, the Evansville, Indiana native was responsible for the design of as many as 15 Carnegie libraries in southern Illinois and southern Indiana. Taking on the role of general contractor, local builder Robert Sparks took Schoppel's vision out of the realm of blueprints and sketches and into reality. Sparks' meticulous attention to detail and craftsmanship ensured that the building's neoclassical proportions were executed with masterful precision, leaving Marion with an enduring, timeless architectural legacy. On leap year day, February 29, 1916, the culmination of a decade of relentless civic effort would come together as proud citizens of Marion gathered inside the beautifully lit assembly room to dedicate Marion's new Carnegie Library. Located on the lower level, the evening affair was a festive semi-formal event that featured music and an inspiring address by Library Board Secretary Edwin Stotler, as he described the addition of the library as a defining, triumphant milestone for the community. It would be Mayor Hartwell who would close the event with the city's official acceptance of the completed facility, adding, with humility, gratitude, and an eye toward the future, all things are possible. Then Mayor Hartwell declared Marion's Carnegie Library open to all citizens. An anchor for the community from day one, the Marion Carnegie evolved from a quiet reading room into a bustling hub for the citizens of Marion. Over the decades, it has continually adapted its physical space and services to meet the growing educational, cultural, and recreational needs of its patrons. In the late 1930s, the library underwent its first structural change and expansion when the mezzanine area above the entrance was replaced to accommodate a new staircase accessing additional space on the building's third floor. Into the 1940s, the library adapted to changing regional and state standards, focusing on expanding its collection and increasing accessibility to a growing Marion population. In the fall of 1997, the Marion Carnegie Library underwent a massive evolution in an expansion that would see more than 12,000 square feet added to the facility. A monumental undertaking, the expansion was designed to bridge the gap between historic preservation and modern progress. Architect Michael Basinger of the firm Walker & Associates seamlessly blended the new addition with the existing structure's neoclassical architecture. Following that 1997 expansion, the library has continued to adapt and evolve to include a greatly expanded children's and young adults areas, as well as the tech lab and maker space, fueling minds through the after-school mentoring program known as Project Next Generation. The new space has done more than just provide additional bookshelves. The 1997 expansion laid the groundwork for the modern multi-use community hub the city and her citizens enjoy today. For more than 100 years, these walls have done more than house books. They've held the history of Marion itself and fostered the minds of the town's future. As we look ahead, one can only hope that this steadfast institution will continue to be a sanctuary for curiosity for the next 100 years, ensuring the minds of Marion are nurtured, challenged, and inspired for generations to come. This is Sean Vincelette, and this has been one of the many stories of Marion, Illinois.